Welcome guys. This is my first cast ever, so let's jump into it. We have a Blade 5555 versus a loueMT on a Basin. This is a Golden League round 3 of meta combat. We have a Ruse Mirror on Basin here, and yeah, Ruse Mirror obviously want to try to get as much bounty as possible and deny the bounty of your opponent. We can already see both players are going to jump in the tree line to place their hunting cabins inside the tree line. So the hunting cabins get surrounded by more trees, so they get more passive gold income. And yeah, so far both players are doing that. Both players having 2 scouts here as well. And they are trying to kill as many deers as possible and as many wolves to get a big bounty. Yeah. So far both players are chopping the trees, trying to get the hunting cabin down here, and yeah. The important part in Ruse Mirrors is to get as much bounty as possible to increase your food gathering rate and the ticks of your hunting cabin. So yeah, the more bounty you get, the more passive income you get from it. And what we see right now is Louis is attacking the deers or killing the deers on Blade side. So Blade is a bit unlucky here, getting his deer stolen by Louis. That's yeah, not so good for Blade here. So yeah, as you can see, per deer you get 10 gold for free. That stacks up to your bounty system. So right now Louis stole 70 gold off Blade, and if Blade is not able to take a deer patch of Louis right now, he's behind 70 gold already. Scout is here on the other side of the map, but he's not successful with finding these deer so far. We have 2 hunting cabins now. We have 48 gold for the first one and 42 for the second one. We have 90 gold per minute passive income. I would have preferred the hunting cabins to be a little bit deeper to get a little bit better gold income. Because if you see this one, I expect like 62 here, 59, not too far. And this one is more like a 38. What is Blade doing? What is Blade doing? Oh no, Louis is not paying attention. Oh, that could have been a disaster. That could have been a dead scout at -8 sheeps. That could have almost been GG here already. That is really lucky for Blade that Louis was not paying attention here. The second hunting cabin is delivering 46 gold per minute. But yeah, I really think Blade is struggling for gold really hard here. We can change the UI real quick and check the bounties for each players. Louis is at 250 bounty and the Blade is at 155. So yeah, he's behind 100 gold already. In a Ruse Mirror, that's obviously really big advantage for Louis right now. Blade is aging up with that Kremlin on the bottom side here. Louis is not aging yet because he is going for that wheelbarrow as well. So he had to invest 50 wood and 150 gold for this upgrade. He's not too far from aging as well. I expect him to go with the Kremlin here, for example, just to surround both woodlines and get that improved wood gathering rate. Oh, wood drop off rate. So yeah. Because Louis has the 250 bounty, he activated the second tier of the bounty system for Ruse, so you get faster gold regeneration rate for the hunting cabins. So we had 59 gold on this earlier, now it went up to 66 gold, with 7 more gold here because we reached the second tier bounty. And yeah, he's going with the Kremlin here to surround both woodlines and yeah, just to secure this space. Blade ran out of sheep for a short period of time here, had to take 1 trip to the berries. Obviously not what you want, but yeah. He has more sheep now under his DC, so he should be fine. I wonder how these players will proceed from here. I guess, yeah. Blade is going for a second TC. I wonder what's the play for Louis here. If he's going for a second TC himself, or if he's trying to be a little bit more aggressive. Oh. Yeah, we see these scout battles here. Louis went for a third scout as well. So, I guess he made it... I guess this was a delayed third scout because he had only 2 scouts in the beginning. So, yeah, that's why his feudal age is a bit delayed as well. But now we can see he's also going for a second town center, both gathering stone. What is a good town center location? This one is probably a good one here for Blade. And this could be decent here for Louis as well. So far, nothing too much is happening. Both players just gathering the resources for their town center. But Louis made 2 Kremlins, so they are now heading over to the other side of the map, trying to cause some idle time on the opponent. And Louis is up to 4 scouts now, so he is producing more scouts from his hunting cabins. And we can also see right now he is going for professional scouts. So he's trying to steal the deers of the opponent. And why is he able to afford these pro scouts? Because first of all, he has more bounty. He has a higher bounty tier, so his hunting cabins produce more gold. And yeah, that's why he has these resources stacked up to get the professional scouts. And we see the second TC is on the way already for Louis here. He's placing it directly next to the woodline, while Blade on the other side is going for a really good location here. Has deer and a boar. You just gotta be careful that his deer's not getting stolen, but we can see already that Louis is heading back home with 4 deers of Blade's side. And I don't think Blade scouted that yet. So this is already a really good start here for loueMT. Carrying these foods back home. Blade is going for wheelbarrow now. So Louis has his wheelbarrow since a while already and is going for a stable now. Trying to make some knights and get some more map control and protect his scouts from bringing the deers back home. And I still don't think Blade is aware of what's going on here. Just scouting in the back. But he didn't see that his deers are getting stolen here. And by the time he sees it, he is not happy with the situation, I think. These deers are kind of secured because they're under the town center and the villagers can just garrison in the TC in case the scouts are trying to steal the deer. So, but yeah, he lost 7, or he is about to lose 7 deers here, so that's like 2.4k food. And Blade is now trying to go for double archery range and has a stable himself. So both players are trying to put some pressure on the opponent in feudal age here, but there's like no attack point on Louis' side of the map. He has all the food under his TC. His woodline is protected by the Kremlin and the TC. Yeah, not too much aggression points for Blade here. He's trying to go for the boar now. He has 1 knight here to kill the boar and do some more damage, and yeah, 8 villagers can gather food from the boar, and 8 villagers can also fit in the roost towers. So yeah, 8 villagers here is the perfect number for roost to pull for the boar. Eco difference, yeah, there's not much of a difference, both having same amount of villagers. Blade is losing 1 scout here, not paying attention. But he is sending his own knight there and trying to put some pressure on Louis. Maybe he's able to kill 1 villager if he is in time. And yeah, now Blade realized, wait a minute, some deers are missing here. And now he's obviously trying to defend this area. And now the knight is going in. Is he able to pull 1 villager kill? Yeah, he should be able to get 1. Unless Louis is a magician. Yeah, 1 villager is about to go down here. Oh! I think Blade should have pulled out here after he killed the first one, because now he just took too much damage for free on his knight, and knight is obviously a really expensive unit, especially in the early game. But yeah, that's one villager kill for Blade. And now we see double stable, double archery range, and a barracks for Blade. On the other side, we only have still one stable, so Louis is trying to go for a fast castle here. We can already see he's stacking up some resources, and he is able to click up really here. Gathering gold here. He's placing a tower now just for a little defense, because he probably scouted that Blade is going for more of an aggressive play here. But Blade is also not too far off castle age. He's just trying to protect his deer probably here. Again, as I said, there's not too much where you can attack Louis. He has the cover of the Kremlin at the TC here. Now he's aging up with the Abbey of Trinity. And he's trying to get these relics home. And we see another 2 stables being dropped by Louis. So he's trying to play full knights here probably. He has a lot of food here still under the TC. Still bringing in the deers. So yeah, he has food for the next few minutes. But Blade should be able to click up here really soon himself. Placing additional hunting cabins to increase that passive gold generation. We didn't see an additional hunting cabin for Louis so far, only the one on the boar. And yeah, as you can see, it's surrounding 3 trees. And it's giving 6 gold back. And yeah, Louis is still busy bringing these deers back home. So yeah, both players are going for the Area of Trinity. Louis will have it first, obviously, because he started earlier. And now the fight for the relics will begin. Yeah. Blade has more knights for now, but should be really careful not throwing them away here, because he just lost 1.5 knights for free. And yeah, knights, a really big investment here. So, we have one relic up here. Relics are pretty fair spawned, I'd say. I guess Louis should be able to get 4 relics here if he is paying attention. His knights are upgraded. No, his knights are not upgraded yet. No, now his knights are upgraded. So yeah, these knights have 40 more HP and do more damage as well. That is always the problem when you play the same unit type. So both players are going for knights, and when one player has the better knights, it's obviously a really big disadvantage. But these spearmen are helping out quite good here, and I think this trade is decent for Blade. But Louis is still trying to steal the deer of Blade here. That is yeah, really unfortunate for Blade. But Blade's villagers are getting attacked here as well. Is good with pulling them back here. Yeah. And these archers are trying to chase this scout, but yeah, these archers are just dying here. So yeah, Louis is only playing only playing knights. 4 more knights in production, bringing back the first relic already, and so is Blade doing as well. Blade is going for crossbow and knights here. And Louis so far is going for pure knights. So before Blade gets a good amount of mass, Louis should be winning hard here. Crossbows are countered to knights, yes, but you need a mass. Like 3 crossbows won't do too much. The knights are just too strong for that. Both players having 1 relic so far. A little Wololo attempt here. Oh, not the Kremlin! Oh, he's losing 1 Kremlin here. Could have been way worse, but losing 1 unit for free is never good. And Louis is trying to raid here from the northern side. There's not much to attack here though. So Blade is aware of this raid going on here. He's sending 2 Kremlins out to try to deal with it, but yeah. He has to be really careful here to put these villagers back. He is doing it, but he's still going to lose 1 or 2 villagers here. Yeah, one is going down. Okay, only 1 villager going down. Traded for one knight and 1 scout. I guess that's a fair trade. Blade is also bringing in the 2nd relic, and he has another one on the way. So even though Louis was in the castle age earlier, Blade is still able to get 3 relics here. So this is a big win here for him. He lost a few villagers here on the deers, and he also lost 1 deer patch of his side, so he has to invest in farms earlier. But him having 3 relics here right now is really good for him, despite being up in the castle age way later. He's also going for crossbow and knights. Louis is going for archer knights now, so yeah. Obviously on Basin you have like 1 safe sacred site being next to your town center and 1 in the middle that is about to get contested. But Louis has 1 sacred site so far, and yeah, Blade should take his own sacred site to get this passive gold income for himself. Oh, that's not a good fight here for Blade. He is he's losing his knights here for free. Should have probably pulled back here. His crossbow mass is not big enough yet, and Louis is playing archers here. So yeah, he just lost 5-6 knights for free here, and that is obviously really painful, especially in a mirror when both players are going for knights. He just has to try to make the best out of it and micro the units back, but this trade was really bad for him. Blade is walling up the top side just to secure himself from any future raids. And yeah, he has already a bunch of farms, while on the other side Louis is not on... Okay, he's just making a farm transition. But yeah, he's overall a bit ahead here. Louis is also going for the Pharaoh upgrade. Improve the range of Saint's Blessing by 5 tiles. So the Ruse Warrior Monks have special upgrades that buff the units. So yeah, they get a damage buff if the Warrior Monk is attacking the enemy units. The units start glowing. Maybe we can see it soon. If the Warrior Monks are attacking. So yeah. Not yet. Okay, now they are glowing. We can see Saint's armor, +1 armor, and another buff for +2 damage. Blade is not taking the best trade so far here. Louis is trading way more efficient, and we can see right now Louis has double the amount of army. He has 10 Kremlin coming, but if Blade is not pulling back here and losing these units to the Kremlin units, it's not a good trade. His food is forward, so he has to pull back here as well now. He has to make more farms, and he is making forward farms while being pushed back, so these farms are about to be idle as well. And yeah, the Kremlins, they have a good torch damage. They have increased torch damage compared to other units. Normal units got 10 torch damage, if I'm not wrong. And we can see here the Kremlin got 16 torch damage. So right now he's just trying to torch down as much as possible before these Kremlin are about to die. Yeah, flare gun. And this is a close fight actually. The military count is not that large anymore. Now it's just about who takes the better fights. We still have some more Kremlin in for Louis here. We also have some Kremlin for Blade on the other side. And now we can see these units of Louis are glowing. +3 damage and +1 armor from the Saint's Blessings buffs. So, but Blade is pushing back here. The crossbow mass is there. We have 22 crossbows right now. And he is able to push Louis back. Question is for how long. On the other side, Blade lost a hell lot of villagers here. His entire farms are idle. And yeah, it's not looking too good. He was able to clean up the fight in the front, but he lost a hell lot of villagers in the back. So right now, Louis killed 23 villagers. And yeah, he is super far ahead right now. Blade is also losing the army in top and the front. And it's not looking too good for Blade here. Having these knights in the back of your base is always really painful to deal with. And now Louis is starting to build rams in the front. And is trying to take down the production of Blade here. And more knights and horsemen are in the economy of Blade here, and he's losing more and more villagers. So right now we have a really big army lead. We have 58 army for Louis and only 16 for Blade. On top of that, we also have 28 villager lead for loueMT. So yeah, Blade has to pull off a miracle here if he wants to come back in this game. More raids going on. Blade is trying to build some towers to get some garrison slots for his villagers, but at this point, it's looking really, really rough. 70 army for Louis right now, 40 archers, top of a few knights and crossbows. And yeah, now he's just losing his production buildings, losing his farms, and GG gets called. Louis takes game 1 on Basin in a Ruse Mirror.